Welcome everybody, thank you for joining us. I am your host, Zorik Lakhidra, aka Captain Zorik, aka Lord Ervold the Optimistic, Knight Marshal, Marshal of Armored Combat of the Crown Province of Ostgard, that is the New York City area of the Society for Creative Anachronism. And tonight, and welcome to tonight's edition of our local sword fighting practice and training. For armored combat in the Society for Creative Anachronism. First, a couple of the usual disclaimers. Please do not start any exercise training program, martial art, combat sport, etc. without checking with your doctor first. If, while doing a workout or training or a practice or fighting, you feel a little funny, your body doesn't feel like it's right, stop and get it taken care of. Also, this is not meant to replace in-person training. Nothing can replace in-person training. So, and you have the opportunity for in-person training, take it. And we will have in-person training as soon as the powers that be decide that it's okay to be safe enough to smell each other's spit or something like that, to be socially close. So, I'm already all dressed up and ready to go. I didn't have to tape this to a tree because I stuck it into a chain link fence. But remember, this is the hottest day we've had one of these so far. So be sure to hydrate. Hail hydrate, as they say. All right. Hey, Roger. Hey, Gavin. Welcome. Now, let's see. There is nobody that should be coming within 25 yards of me. So therefore, I'm going to take the liberty of removing this, but again, we're not out of the woods yet. So if you are going to be within 25 yards of somebody, wear a mask. I know it's not as effective as protecting you from them as it is protecting them from you, and nobody knows for sure what they got unless they've been tested. So let's all just play that game safely. Now, so here we go. Everybody ready for the warm-ups? Let's get cracking. All right. Okay, jog it out, everybody. Jog it out. All right. As you're jogging, swing your arms around. Get those shoulder girdles loosened up because it's all about the shoulders. All right. Okay, slappy hugs. While you're jogging, slappy hugs. All right, big circles, big circles. Now, once again, this arm recently had shoulder reattaching torn rotator cuff. So, when I do things with two arms that you're supposed to be doing with both arms, pay attention to this arm, not this arm, okay? So, swing the arms around, big circles, big circles. All right, punching forward. All right. Punching up. Punching to the side. Notice how I'm putting a little bit of twist into it. That's getting your body used to that whole twisting motion, your shoulders used to that twisting thing. Because, as we know, that's very important to how you get power and technique into a blow. All right, high knees. Okay, get those knees up above your waist. Hurry. Okay, regular jog. All right, now kick your butt. Warm up those quadriceps, warm up those thigh muscles, warm up those hamstrings. All right, jogging. Now, regular jumping jacks of different sorts, 10 reps each. Ready, standard jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Clapping hands in front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Running man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Crossing hands and feet, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jog it out, and stick your hands out, jump up 10 times, bringing your knees above your waist. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, get those hip flexors activated. All right, now bring it down. 10. Standard squats. Don't let your knees go above your toes. Go in front of your toes. Ready? Hand. Do with your arms whatever you need. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to get low. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 to 12 push-ups, whatever you can do, in the time it takes me to do 10. Remember, I can't use this arm fully. So, but if your arms are equivalently balanced, use them. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right then. Okay. So, stick your feet up in the air, touch your toes 10 times. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rock it up. Now, jog it out. Okay, now we're going to do another bunch of exercises to really put some more, to really try to build up more strength in the legs, because your legs are going to be carrying your armor and you, so they need some strength. All right, so Heisman, watch this. 1, okay, just do it with me at your own pace, faster if you want to. All right, just get that going on. Get a little bend in that knee, a little one-legged squat there while you're using your hip flexor to pick the other leg up, and you're using your abdominals as well, right? And jog it out. And now, speed skating, watch this. A little bend, a little squat as you swing your leg behind you. So you're using a different bunch of muscles to pick your leg up while you're still squatting with only one leg. Here's the thing, when you squat with both legs, you're gonna favor one over the other. When you're squatting with one leg, you can't cheat like that. All right, here we go. All right, now, 1, 2, 3 Heisman, watch this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This works. Your foot speed. Pick it up faster. Okay, now power jacks. That's a deep squat and then jump up. That's a deep squat, then jumping to the standing position. All right, let's do 10 of those. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, power jumps or whatever it's called, where you jump up, slap your hands with your thighs. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jog it out. Now, so that we don't overstress our legs, we're gonna do Hindu push-ups. If you're watching this on YouTube, look in the description for how to do Hindu push-ups. I can't do it with this shoulder. So, Try to do 10, 7 to 12, depending upon your level. Again, go to the description in YouTube for a link on how to do Hindu push-ups, or go to youtube.com/New York Knights Combat 1. Look at previous videos for links for how to do Hindu push-ups. I'm just going to do standard push-ups again. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now, Hindu squats. I can't seem to find where it says how to move the arms the way I learned how to do the arms for Hindu squats. So, follow the link, but also follow my instructions. Ready? Deep breath, because breath is important. Down on the way, out on the way down, down on the way up. Knees actually do come in front of your toes now. Ready? Hands into your pockets. Deep knee bend until you can't keep your heels down. Pick your heels up, swing your arms up, and put your heels down. And that was a practice. Now we're going to do 10 of these. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, because core and hip flexors are important, we're going to do 2 different 10 rep sets of abdominal exercises. So, first, bicycle. Ready? Hand behind your head, elbows forward, alternate knee to elbow. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now V-ups. Ideally, you turn your body into a V. Me, it doesn't quite look like that, but do as I instruct, not as I am capable. Ready? And 1. Toes to fingers. 2, 3, 4. Back completely off the ground. 5. Legs straight if you can. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest it out. Okay, because we're only doing this as a warm-up, we're not going to do it deeper to a degree that it's really going to get an effective workout. But if you even only do this every morning, you'll get better at it every morning until you plateau, and then you got to mix it up. So those of you who have been with us a long time, you notice that these warm-ups are a little bit more intense than it was when we started. Get water, we'll stretch it out, then we'll begin our techniques. All right, hope I brought enough water. It's hot out here. All right. If you're a drinker of energy drinks, feel free to do so. I encourage research into the nutritive properties and potential side effects of anything you put into your body, including food, supplements, energy drinks, anything like that. Figure out, if you really want to be hardcore about it, go find a nutritionist, doctor, something, figure out your body chemistry and whatnot, and figure out what works best for you. Do you need more taurine? Do you need more guanine? Do you need to cut down on the glucose? Follow those instructions. Because you can't just exercise your way out of bad food. All right, just ask my Uncle Bob. You'll need a Ouija board to do that. Okay, so where are we now? Okay, stretching out. Before we do, I just want to say hello to who's here. Ramin, Arthur, Chris, Catherine, Timac, Drita, Michael, several Michaels, and Craig, another Michael, Anthony. Let's see, was I on 30th Street today, Anthony? No, actually I wasn't. I was at my girlfriend's house all day. Roger and Gavin. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Early in the morning, I was on the subway going from work to my girlfriend's house, and I shot a little video over at 60th Street and on the Roosevelt Island Tramway. Okay, stretching it out. Feet a comfortable distance apart, and arms up, inhale. Arms down, exhale. Up, inhale. Exhale. And one more time in. Just a little side note. Getting your carbon dioxide out is somewhere on the level of as important as getting the oxygen in. And so therefore, when some people say straighten up so you can inhale, there's also evidence that if you bend over to exhale, you can get more of the carbon dioxide out. So if someone's bending over and exhaling, let them do it. All right, you do it. You may need to, but eventually you will need to straighten up to inhale more efficiently. So let's do just a couple of inhales, and then we'll fold over, then we'll bend over and begin our stretches. Ready? One more time. And over with a flat back, and roll it down. Just hang there, all right? Bounce a little bit, all right? Feel the bouncy, all right? Feel the bouncy, let it get a little bit more stretch with every bounce. Bounce it over to one leg. Bounce it over to the other leg, all right? And shake the shoulders out. All right, now, reach for the ground, go into a squat, all right? Whether you put your hands outside or inside, I don't care, go into a squat. Now, I don't know about you, my right knee had surgery, so it's always a little tight. I'm using this to just stretch out the ligaments in that surgery knee. There you go. All right, now, keeping your hands on the ground, straighten your legs. Okay, if you cannot straighten your legs all the way, grab your ankles or something. Now, it doesn't matter if you can actually straighten your legs all the way. What you want to get is the stretch, both in the hamstrings and in your back. Stretch out that shoulder blade, stretch out those backs. Okay, now roll it up on a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're using Roman numerals so we don't have to go to 0. Okay, now let's take it to the side then. 1, 2, 3, give it a little bounce. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and to the other side. Feel the stretch there in your serratus anteriors. Okay, and give it a little bounce, a little deeper on every bounce. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up. And look behind yourself the hard way. Now, clasp your fingers like so, behind your back, knuckles to the sky, stretch out your shoulders. Little stretches there, a little bit higher. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up. All right, what I call the ballet back. This really helps strengthen and stretch and limber up the lower back, which is good for when you need to get that kind of squat when someone's ramming into you like a fullback. Okay, so arms up like you're holding a giant beach ball of the world. Lead with one arm to take yourself down sideways. All right, flat back now. Try to stick your butt out. Even if it doesn't look flat, try to make it feel like it's flat. Lead with the other arm to swing yourself around. All right, now chest to the front. Lead with the top arm to pull yourself up. Good. Now the other direction. bring it down, flat back, swing it around, chest to front, and up, and bring it down, flat back, swing it around, chest up, and up, bring it down, flat back, swing it around, chest to front, and up, bring it down, flat back, swing it around, chest to front, and up. Last time, bring it down, flat back, swing it around, chest front, and up. Okay, next, the legs. Now, here's the thing, you notice I'm hiking up my shorts all that often. One thing I'm noticing about shorts is they have a tendency to catch on your thigh. If you notice, lots of martial artists who do kicking, they hike up their pants. That's because the pants is actually like sticking to their knees and their thighs. So that's why I hate the modern fashion of long, loose shorts, because the shorts stick to my thigh and they pull. So, yeah, bring back the fashions of the 80s when it was okay for men to show their chest and leg hair. Okay, moving right along. Okay, side stretch, inside of the thigh here. You may not know it, but you're probably clenching your patella. So that's your kneecap. Loosen that up. All right, there you go. Not too deep, just as far as you want to go. Ready? Okay, now we're going to turn that way. All right, make it deeper. All right, excuse me, stick your hands up so that you can really focus the weight down there. Try to get your back leg straight. Okay, you'll want to feel it, that hip flexor there. There you go. Small arms out, palms down, small circles, 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Arms front, hands down, deeper lunge. All right, really feel that stretch of that hip flexor there. Active stretching, little bounces. All right, now put your hand that's closer to me on the ground, raise the other hand up, feel that stretch. Okay, don't overdo it, we don't have time. Take the other hand, put it in front of your leg, feel that stretch. All right, now straighten up that front leg. Okay, now back foot flat, chest to knee. There you go, not the face to the knee, the chest to the knee. There you go. You really want to stretch out this area here. Get this all flexible. There you go. Oh, there you go. Take the hand closer to me. Wrap it around your ankle. Other hand to the back. Stretch out that shoulder blade. All right. Done with that. Now, deep lunge. Turn to the front. Toes up. There you go. Sit into it. Loosen that patella. Okay, to the other side. Here we go. Stretch that inside of the thigh there. Okay, I just step back so you can see me better. Loosen the patella. There you go. Alrighty then. All right, try to keep your back up. Next, turn that way. Try to keep your heel to the ground. That is impossible. Try to keep your legs straight. Sink into it, arms up. Focus the sink. There you go, not the kitchen sink. All right. There you go, arms to the side, palms up. Small circles the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And poor guy throwing a football just went over the fence. Okay, arms forward, down, deeper stretch. Ready? Okay, feel that in that hip flexor, in the front of the thigh muscle there. Okay, there you go. And put this arm next to your foot, this hand, take your back hand, stretch it up, feel the stretch. Okay, you're feeling all kinds of places. That's good. All right, bring it down, hand in front of the foot, stretch it up. All right, there you go. There you go. You're also building a little bit of strength as you're stretching on that particular exercise there. And straight leg, chest to knee. All right, bring it down. Take the hand that's closer to me, wrap it around your ankle. Take the other hand, stick it out back, stretch out that shoulder. And deep lunge, turn to front, toes up. If you've got the flexibility to pick both hands up, go right ahead. If you don't, feel free to put one or two hands down as necessary for safety and proper balance. Okay, feeling that? Very good. Back up. Keep down, all right? Just feel the stretch a little bit here. Stretch it out here. Okay, I'm pushing against my knees out to stretch the inside of my thighs. Unclench everything, all right? Bring it up, bring it down, bring it to this side, bring it to this side, bring it to this side, and up, this side, up, this side, up, this side, up. Here you go, bring it down, bring the feet together, roll it up, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll the head around. I'm feeling a head rush, so take your time on this. 3. Hand other way. 1, 2, 3. Inhale and out. Inhale and out. Inhale and out. Okay, take water if you got it. Now, some of you are asking, hey Ervold, how come you always forget to bring a timepiece so you have to ask us to tell you what time it is? 2 reasons. 1, I'm a forgetful sumbitch. 2, I like to know that you're out there paying attention. So if anybody wants to throw up what time it is because Facebook Live has not figured out how to put the time on the screen when you're going Facebook Live, please feel free to throw up there what time it is so I know what time it is, because it's getting darker later these days, and so I can't really trust the sun for what my training pacing has been. So, anybody else join me? Jerry Lawson, thank you for joining us. How's that 100-day Pell Challenge going? Sam, how the heck are you? Georgeson Shareholder Communications in the house. Ramin, loving the shoes. Yeah, there was a sale. These are the lightest and most comfortable sneakers known to man, the greatest shoe ever made. And they were having a sale, and of all the colors available, those are the ones I like best. Okay, who else we got here? Arthur and Chris and Catherine and Timac and everybody else. Okay, I already said hello to all of you. All right, so Gavin, 731, thank you. Okay, all right, John Caparella, welcome to the thing. Okay, let me get some water here. Also, I'm a little tired. I am taking an energy drink. So, but again, before you go and do things like energy drinks, make sure you pick one that fits your body chemistry appropriately and doesn't like mess you up and undo all the good work you've been doing. Okay. Now, all right. So now we're going to get in with the technique. All right, so now you got to hold your sword with your hands, so you need limber hands. So let's just start with a few, fist and open, fist and open, fist and open, fist and open. All right, turn your hands while you're doing it. Right now, just wriggle your fingers here. I don't care how for a moment. Okay, now I do care. Go from the pinky to the pointer, the pinky to the pointer. All right. Now the other way, the pointer to the pinky, like you're milking a cow, okay? Now put your wrist into it. Okay, just swing around your wrists, all right? And now the other way, okay? Limber up your wrist. If you have any kind of impingements or awkwardnesses, pay attention to them. See what you have to do. I've got some kind of impingement here that comes from years of holding pliers. All right, okay, so. And now, your elbows. Limber up those elbows, okay? Now, when I'm doing 2 arms, when you're supposed to do both arms at the same time, do what this arm is doing, because this arm has a surgically repaired rotator cuff that's not ready for prime time set yet. So do with both arms what I'm doing with this arm, all right? There you go. Okay. And the other way. All right. Now we're going to move to the shoulders, all right? big circles. Do with what I'm doing with this arm. I don't know if you're seeing that as left or right. Okay, now do it the other way. All right. Now just let it flop, you know. There you go. There you go. And now big windmills. I mean, windmills in front of you. Wax on. All right, wax on. Big circle, big storefront plate glass windows. Wax on. All right, wax off. Okay, there you go. All right. Who's been watching Cobra Kai? That's a pretty good show, isn't it? All right. We already did slappy hugs. Swing it around. There we go. Swing it around. That ought to do it. Shoulders. Okay, now. And the skeeters are eating my legs. So I'm getting eaten alive for you folks, so I hope y'all appreciate it. Now, doorknob. Okay, door handle. Let's close that door handle, okay? Imagine there's a door handle that's horizontal and you want to turn it down. There you go. You're using your fingers and your wrists to do that, right? Which is very similar to how you milk a cow, right? Okay? To help you visualize, I'm going to hold this here rubber sword. See? Rubber sword. All right? There you go. Okay? Now, how does the sword magically go back up? You're just giving a little twitch to this muscle right here, which both pulls at the top and pushes at the bottom, and that gives you a nice lever action. All right? Okay, so we're doing that. Only now we want to do it sideways, as if the door to this door handle were horizontal and intangible, so it goes right through our body. Okay. Or maybe our body's intangible and it's solid. I don't care. All right. There you go. What that guy's doing? Okay, some guy in a long caftan just walked that way and then walked back, and he's got sacks like he's carrying martial arts sticks. Fascinating. Okay, anywho. All right, so now that we've done that, let's add the elbow. Now, we know, of course, if you've been coming here, that we don't want to swing like this, because that uses a whole bunch of muscles that are going to wind up hurting yourself and get you tired. We want to move the hand as little as possible. We want to move the sword as little as possible, but we want to get the maximum effort into it. So, if we're not going to use it, if we, for whatever reason, can't use our whole body, we're going to try to move our elbow through space, because that will assist in the turning of the wrist, which will assist in the turning of the fingers, which will assist in the swinging of the sword. Here's how it looks. Like so. Here's how it looks from the side. Like so. But we just want to do a pantomime style for now. All right. Now, of course, this is not the maximum force one can get. Let's try just using our upper shoulders here, our chest and shoulders. Not anything below our chest, all right? Boom. Boom. I'm oriented so my target's over there, okay? Boom. We're pulling back with that shoulder blade like someone's got a string and they're yanking that shoulder blade back, okay? Imagine that a string is yanking your opposite shoulder blade backwards, okay? That way you don't have to use this muscle to turn your arm. You're using bigger muscles to turn your arm, okay? If you clench your abdomen, that'll put it, well, you know, so long as you're clenching your abdomen, let's just use the abdomen. Use the lower back. Engage those core muscles, front and back. I'm trying to see if any obliques are involved, but I can't feel it in my obliques. If anybody knows how to use your obliques, go ahead and tell me someday. All right? All right, now, however, I feel kind of stiff because I can't move my hips. If I loosen up my hips, maybe I can get some more action into this. All right? Boom. There you go. There you go. Nice big hip motion. Okay? Actually, a little hip motion because my hips are narrower than my shoulders. What if your hips are wider than your shoulders? That's a whole nother story. but it is a thing to consider. If your hips are wider than your shoulders, then there's less need for them because you're losing energy in the hips in the pyramid. We can talk about that some other time. But, you know, I feel a little uncomfortable stuck here with my feet stuck on the ground. What if I were to push off with my foot? All right, and what, of course, if the enemy is further away than I can smell his breakfast? When you push off, you notice that your hand just wants to go forward. Oh, sure, your hand can go forward if you wanted to without pushing off, but isn't it a whole lot easier? It creates a whole lot more power if you push off with your foot. All right, let's focus on our stance now. So, do not line up like so, because that creates an unstable base. Instead, put your back foot that way a little bit, excuse me, so that there's a space about a foot, 3/4 of a foot, half foot, whatever, wide or long between your front and back foot orient when looking at it this way. Don't angle your foot a bit towards your opponent. Angle your front foot just away from your opponent so you have the pizza slice of doom. I keep on saying I'll talk about that. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Let's see. Feet maybe a little wider than shoulder width because wider base, better balance. All right, like so. Try to find the place where you can shift your weight and so forth without losing control there. All right. And so your shoulders, maybe you want them to be in line like this, but it's not going to happen. So that's why I say theoretically, which is of course impossible, fold up your arm like a chicken wing, unless you got a shield, in which case fold up your arm like a chicken wing, because that's the most efficient way to hold something in front of you. There are other ways, more tactically specific ways to hold a shield. We can talk about that later when we have shields. All right. Put your sword arm by your ear, and there you go. Just do the swing. All the muscles, all right? Do the swing. All the muscles, all right? Do the swing. All the muscles. Try to find what balance of muscles best play to your strength and your natural movements. You know, do you have any kind of injuries that you have to compensate for? Is one particular set of muscles stronger than the other? All right, now let's do it with a stick. Oh. Who's joining us here? Hey baby, how are you there? That's my baby Maria there. Brian, welcome, and John and Jerry and everybody else. Okay, we got a nice turnout here. Okay, so now, if you are in the Society for Creative Anachronism, you know what this is. This is a stick of tan covered in duct tape with 4 little cuts of a garden hose wrapped around and with more duct tape to serve as a queon. Now, normally, if I'm fighting, I would use a sword that has a basket hilt to protect my fingers, but we want to see the fingers, so that's why I'm doing this. Also, you can use this to help you see where the blade is because the red tape that's supposed to identify where the blade is all worn off. So, let us take our stance. Now, do not lock your legs. Keep your knees loose, all right? And I got to start bringing like paper napkins or something because I always wind up, my nose starts running when I get sweaty. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so we got our door handle, we got our shield, our opponent's in front of us, and boom, extending the arm. All right, now we're turning the handle here. Okay, now to get that full range of motion on the sword, this grip with our thumb and forefinger is not going to stay tight all the way. It's going to loosen up just a little, and you'll get that little extra bit that'll make the difference between hitting and killing. All right, killing quotes by the rules of the game. Notice I'm not swinging. At this, my hand is coming in a straight line, coming at you, as they say, in the name of that 3D Western from the 1980s, which I never saw. Anybody ever see Coming At You? Was it any good? How about Metal Storm, The Destruction of Jared Sim? I've seen Space Hunter in the Forbidden Zone, but not in 3D. something to hit, a pell, a post, car tire, anything, free to go ahead and hit that thing. But I'm not taking responsibility for any damage to do yourself, your stick, your practice sword, or the pell. But if you can hit it, then go all the way. Now, full speed. Now, if you don't have something to hit, you're going to have to catch yourself at the end. Otherwise, you're going to hurt yourself or something. All right? Now, from number 1 to number 2. Everybody remembers how we go from number 1 to number 2. We release the hand. We turn the elbow over. We turn our body around. And boom, we hit them on the other side of the head. So, and for the purpose of this exercise, I'm not going to stress the full extension on the number 1 so that it's easier to get to the number 2. 1 and 2. Here's how it looks from the front. 1 and 2. Okay? Note how I'm trying to keep the blade on target so I'm not paddling him with the side of the blade. I'm doing the Pepsi Summer Chill Out, turning my palm down. Ready, hand. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. You know what? After we get to our 1, 2, 3, 4 and wrap shot and hammer blow, I will talk about the pizza slice of doom. All right? And 1 and 2. And 1 and 2. And 1 and 2. And 2. You'll notice my hand is slipping. That it does that. That's why having a pommel is good. So that when your hand slips, your pommel catches it. I don't have a pommel. That's not good. All right. Damn skeeter bites. Okay, so we've done 1 and 2. Now from 1 and 2, we go to 3. From 1 to 2, bring the elbow down, close the hand. Bam. All right, again, we don't want to let the sword tip drop below the opponent's knee because that's illegal. On or below the knee is an illegal target. Keep that palm up. So, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and if you notice me doing it a little different every time, that's why we do warm-ups, to try to remember how we're supposed to do it. 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and how do we get to number 4? I'm going to take some more water now. Take more water if you need it. See, because that's the thing about the energy drink, it dries out your mouth. Okay. All right. So, from 3 to 4, we've done the 1, we've done the 2, we've done the 3. Now remember what I said about that little twitch in this muscle right here? Do that. You can even yank your body back to help. Rotate it over. Your arm is bent, your sword's horizontal, and you use your hip. Bam. You give it the little squeeze there to give it that extra force. Bam. Got it? From 1 to 2 to 3, back, over, bam. All right, from the side. From 1 to 3, back, over, side. And then from there, hanging high guard to the shoulder to number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, to the front, and notice how every blow was essentially a wind-up for the next one. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. Faster now. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not actually speeding up, you're just not stopping between blows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Use this opportunity to figure out, if you can't go this fast because it's awkward, slow down and try to figure out, how does my body want to move to get from here to there? And remember the principle of, if you're not sure where to go, look at where the elbow goes. My elbow goes up. My elbow goes down. My elbow goes up. My elbow goes down. My elbow stays where it is, relative to the body. My elbow goes up. All right? And if your shoulder's getting tired, how can you move your body so that you don't have to use your shoulder muscles? Boom, 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 boom. Here's a number 2 that uses less shoulder. Watch it. Boom, boom. All right? I tilted my body, boom, rather than raising my arm. Boom. All right? Boom, boom. Okay, experiment on your own time. Let's remind ourselves of what the wrap shot is. A wrap shot can be anything from a number 3 to a number 1, but you turn your hand over when you do it, so you hit him with the back edge of your blade. If it were number 1, comes forward, and right about there, right about where the sword is perpendicular to your line to your opponent, you turn the elbow over so the hand turns upside down, and you hit him in the back of the head. So that's wham. Here's how it looks like from the other side. Wham. Okay? And if you have another stick, you can use that so you can actually hit something other than your face. Ready? Wham. 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 And if you're going for the back of the leg, let's see if I can do this. Oh, I just would have hit myself in the knuckles, so that's why I'm glad I have this basket hilt. I can't really raise this because, let's see what I can do. There you go. Maybe if I just hold it low. There you go. Okay, just a quick reminder of the basic blocks, and then I'm going to talk about the piece of Slice with Doom. We're just going to drill the blocks. We're not going to go do all the feedback in it yet. Okay, so if you got your shield up here, and you got your sword up here, right? That's already blocking the number 2 shot. But what if, for whatever reason, your arm, you can't raise this shield, or you bit on a leg shot, so your shield is down, or your arm's just too freaking tired? You can block like this. I call that block number 1. I don't care what anybody else says. All right? Now, if he comes back to number 2, you kind of bring it over to home. All right? Now, if he comes back to number 1, you can either come back here or you can do this. Like if you were blocking here because you decide that that's the way you want to fight, or because you think he may come straight down overhead, then you're all set up to block like that. I call that 1A. All right? Now, I've been showing you, this is a way to block number 3. Okay? I'm sure that there are other ways of doing it. In fact, next week I will show you another way. This is a way to block number 4. I'm going to show you another way to block number 4 also. So, 1, and then from here, if he does decide to come straight down, we got number 5, and then we've got number 5A. And you do whichever one comes more natural. So, 1, 2, 3, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. 1, 2, 3, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A with a little bit of determination now. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. 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 1, 2. Try using your body instead of your shoulder. 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, 5A. 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 Relax. Shake it out. Shake it out. Okay. Mop your brow, as they say in the funny papers, and take water if you need it. Now, of course, we can't teach everything in 90 minutes, so please visit these videos on youtube.com/New York Knights Combat, and feel free to take all the time you need. Okay, so now, the pizza slice of doom. Who wants to know about the pizza slice of doom? Somebody give me a thumbs up if you want to know about the pizza slice of doom that I've been talking about. Is anybody there? Is anybody there? Is this thing on? Ah, somebody just joined us. Mark Jackson, Greg Jansen, both of you, thank you for joining us. And John, you're still there. Okay, so, there's a thumbs up. All right, and Marcus, all right, welcome to us. Okay, for those of you who just joined us, thank you. I'm Lord Airvold the Optimistic, and this is the New York City chapter of the Society for Creative Anachronism, known as the Crown Province of Utgard, and our weekly virtual sword fighting training that we're doing in lieu of actual armored combat practice because of the whole social distancing thing. By the way, so we've done our warm-ups, we've done our basic drills, our 1, 2, 3, 4, our wrap shot, and we've done our basic blocks that I call 1, 2, 1A, 3, 4, 5, and 5A. Now, when talking about stance, I've also often made reference to the pizza slice of doom. What the fuck does that mean? Excuse my French. Anywho, now I'm going to use the rubber sword because it looks more like a sword. So, Duke Dog teaches a class at Penzic on basic SCA combat, and he knows a lot about it. He's a Duke. He's been king more than twice. So, I deliberately set up my phone so that you can see my feet. The stance that I elect to use and choose to teach is one that involves pointing your feet. The first one, your front foot, pointed just a little bit to the side of your opponent towards your inside. The back foot, which is offline to the side there, is also pointed not quite 45 degrees towards your opponent, so you have an angle that is roughly the angle of a slice of pizza. Now the theory is, within that angle is your deadly zone. Why does he call that the dead? Why did I just say that's the deadly zone? Why is that the pizza slice of doom? It's because when you have gotten your sword between here and here, if you're using an effective technique, that is where you have your maximum killing power. Because by virtue of the fact that your feet are where they are, you can only move your hips so far. And so before you can get the sword in there, you have not developed enough power to kill somebody in our game, to hit someone hard enough in the head that they will think that it would have gone through an iron helmet and killed them. So, and once you've gone past it, then you've lost all the strength. You have gone beyond where you can accelerate the blow and put force behind it, and so the amount of force that meets your target will drop off the chart. So you want to make sure that when you're fighting, you try to get your feet to such a place that your opponent is in the pizza slice of doom. Wait a minute, what's happening here? Battery power 5%. Oh, frack. Did I not charge this? Okay, wait a minute. Mophie, come to the rescue. There you go. Okay, good. Okay, we're back. All right, so you want to get your feet in such a way that your opponent is within your pizza slice of doom. Now, why then, of course, is your front foot actually off to the side? That's because when you spin, your right foot is going to twist a little bit on the ground, and whether it's on your toe or on your heel or it just swooshes, then he will be in your pizza slice. So, when thinking about footwork and figuring out how to drill so that you can do footwork without thinking about it, think about how to put your feet in such a place that your enemy's in your pizza slice of doom. Okay, so we're going to do footwork, and we're going to think about what sword blows we can accommodate with each foot, with each step, knowing where the pizza slice of doom is and your various other physical features are. Okay, so I have to set this a little lower so you can see my feet again. There, I think that'll do. All right, there we go. So now, therefore, we're going to be doing our footwork drills while thinking of the pizza slice of doom. All right, so now the advance is pretty basic. You're pretty simple. Your pizza slice of doom is going to be in the same relative place as you get closer. Now, you can do a number one when advancing because you're pushing off your back foot, and thus you've got the mechanical advantage of swinging a number one blow, all right? A flat snap, all right? You could also, let's see, can you do, yes. You can also swing a number two on the advance, boom. Because when you're advancing that, when you're pushing off, you can clench that left butt cheek, and when you clench that left butt cheek, you can push your right butt cheek. I'm saying left and right. You can clench that sword side butt cheek while pushing the shield side butt cheek forward, which twists your body. That, boom, takes your pizza slice of doom through his head. Boom. Look at how much of a swing you got, how much room you had to get, boom, into his head. All right? So you can advance and do a number one. You can advance and do a number two. All right? Now notice that the advance is different from number one. Boom. Basically maintaining posture. Number two, boom. I wind up with more weight on my front foot, and I have not fully put my left foot on the ground at the time that the impact has occurred. So when you recover your stance, that's when you're all back together. So, number one, and you got to start with your sword somewhere over here so you got somewhere to go, right? Number two. So let's just do two advances with your number 1 and number 2. Number 1, number 2, and recover. Okay? I'm going to do this with the stick so I can feel the realistic movement. All right, so, and number 1, number 2, recover. All right? From the side. Number 1, number 2, and recover. Okay? Number 1, number 2, and recover. All right? Number 1, number 2, and recover. Now let's try to do that at a more realistic pace. 1, 2, recover. All right? 1, 2, recover. All right? 1, 2, recover. All right? 1, 2, recover. Okay? 1, 2, recover. Now let me just show you something here. 1, 2. It's possible to do a number 2 without putting your body into it. That's why we learned how to do it without putting your body into it. Trust the physics, and if there is a tactical reason to do it that way, maybe you got better defense, maybe you have decided where you want to go afterwards, whatever, you can go 1, 2, and if you use the proper physics, you can still kill them. All right. 1, 2. Let's try it using the body. 1, 2. Let's try it not using the body. 1, 2. Now, let's recover our stance in both instances with the body. 1, 2, recover. Without the body. 1, 2, recover. Okay? I just realized I let myself, my momentum, drag me almost too far on the second advance. So, 1, 2, recover. 1, 2, recover. With the body. 1, 2, recover. 1, 2, recover. Okay, so using the body gets you more force, gets you more momentum, but also means you have to work harder to get back in place. But you could use it to feed yourself into another blow, and now we're getting all kinds of complicated. Let's see. So let's just do 1, 2, recover, and feel free to use however much of your body you want to use. I'm going to put it on you as to what you think you need more work on, okay? So, 1, 2, recover. 1, 2, recover. 1, 2, recover. Maybe you can use just a little body. 1, 2, recover. 1, 2, recover. 1, 2, recover. One more time. I'm going to show it to you this way. 1, 2, recover. Sorry, train. Okay, so what about the passing step? Okay, the passing step, as we know, is when you take your rear foot and you move it in front of your front foot. Boom. All right? Now, I've already gone over how if you're just taking one passing step, boom, I recommend moving your hips with it. Otherwise, you wind up in this weird sort of position, which has a tactical advantage, but we're not going there yet. If, however, you take a double passing step, I recommend for where we're at in the training, you leave your hips in the same orientation. But let's just do a single passing step for now. Boom. Okay. What sort of blow will work with a passing step? All right. Boom. Obviously, the number 1. You're pushing off with your back foot, and you're pivoting on your front foot, and your pizza slice of doom goes boom right in front of the other guy. So boom. That's good if the guy's far away, so that way when you do this and your sword leg is left hanging, he's still kind of out of range, so you can pull back quickly, or you can recover, or what have you. All right? And one. All right? One. Okay, we're going to recover the sword this time. One. Okay? One. Now this recovery is easier when you're actually hitting something because you've got the rebound. There's a tree over your head, right? So you can use the force of the rebound to come back to your shoulder there. Boom. All right? Or to your on guard position. Boom. All right? But since you may not have something to hit against, we're going to I'm going to show you how to use the momentum to bring the sword back. So, you got your passing step here, right? Boom. Release your hand like you're going to do a number 2, but instead of turning it over, just let it come back, all right? So, boom. There. So, boom. 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 Now, if you just leave your hip out there, then you're fighting against yourself to use the momentum. However, you're out here, if you pull your hip back, then you're working with the momentum to get the sword back. Watch. If I leave my hip out there, you're stuck. All right? If I keep my hip fluid, boom, then look, feel that momentum, and then tell yourself what you think you can do at this point. Boom. You can hit him again, right? Boom. And. All right? So here's what the passing step and that return can lead you to. Boom and boom. 2 blows with the same momentum. All right? From the front. Boom and boom. Okay? So, boom and boom. All right, now, what's the timing on this? Boom, right? You pull your hip back, and right about where the sword crosses your hip, that's when you start bringing your hip forward. That's the teardrop return of Duke Paula Bellatrix, or principles borrowed thereof. So, boom and boom. Okay, let's see it again. Boom and boom. All right, and from the front. Boom and boom. Okay? Boom and boom. All right, do it again. Boom and boom. All right, do it again. Boom and boom. Okay, now, can we do a number 2 with a passing step? Let's see. Well, our sword's got to be ready to do a number 2 here, right? So, boom. Yes, we can. All right? But this is a kind of number 2 that is kind of like a flat snap with the hand upside down, all right? It's a straightforward offhand shot. Boom. Okay? Because you're bringing your hip forward, you can't be like all here and stuff, okay? Because then you've got your torso and your pizza slice crossed up in different directions. But you can step forward, boom. All right, let's see that. You got to get your hand up high enough that your sword will go over your head if your sword's not already in front of your head. If your sword's in front of your head, then you better have really strong forearms to be able to close your hand hard enough to kill the guy. So that's why we usually cock. That's why a number 2 frequently comes off of a number 1 or begins with a little cock back here. So, boom. Number 2 with a passing step, and boom. All right. Cock back, boom. All right. Cock back, boom. All right. Cock back, boom. Now, I just found myself twisting my hip before I move my foot. I kind of push off, right, while I'm cocking back, so that my hand is ready to close by the time my hip is forward, and then I'm moving my foot forward so that my body's going forward at the same time as the sword is going forward. This is good if the guy's far away. So, and boom. All right, and boom. Okay, and boom. All right, and boom. And boom. From the side now. And boom. And boom. And boom. Now, of course, you never want to just strike a pose after you've hit somebody. They might be hitting you back, they may have blocked the shot. So let's see the recovery from that. And boom. And one. Can we recover? Boom. There. We can recover without having to take the step back. Watch this. And one and two. We're using our hips to bring the sword back. Watch this. We've used our hips to bring the sword forward. We use our hips to bring the sword back. Now, this winds us up in hips squared off with an opponent. Now, that brings us to the goofy foot or sword foot forward position of fighting, and don't have time to get into the pluses and minuses of that. Just know that it's a thing. All right. So, and 1, 2. All right. And 1, 2. Right. And 1, 2. Right. And 1, 2. Right. And 1, 2. In fact, if you step slow enough and swing fast enough, you can hit them and be in a recovered position by the time your foot gets up there. So, 1 and 1. Now, I'm bringing my elbow, I'm using all these muscles here connected to my hip to bring my elbow down on the recovery. And 1. And 1. And. Now the risk there is that you'll pull the sword back before you fully hit them. So practice this against a hard target like a tree. Well, don't use trees because they're living animals, or a post or a pell or something like that, so that you know exactly how far you have to commit before you recover. And I definitely should have brought more water. Okay, so we've got the blows we can do with the advance and the passing step. Hey Tom, welcome to the party. Anna, good to see you here. Somebody throw up what time it is, please. I'm not sure what time it is. I want to know what we've got more time for here. All right. Anybody know what time it is out there? Just throw it up there. Let's see. This is kind of how I'm checking to see who's paying attention out there. I know there's a little bit of a time delay. Take this time to continue drinking water. Suck on an energy drink if you got it. And we'll continue. Okay. Well, there you go. It's 8 even. Okay, good. We got a good 30 minutes to go. So, let us now consider the compass step. All right? The compass step is a way, it's essentially like an advance or to the side, you know, like so, except you're actually advancing in a compass track, otherwise known as a circle. Why they don't call it a circle step, I don't know. Anyway, so remember, we're calling this shield side and sword side so that we don't so that we're not assuming that anyone's a righty or a lefty, okay? So, compass step to the shield is over here. 45-degree angle. Second step takes you to the 90. And a compass step to the sword goes the other way. And in, what do you call it, cell phone camera tall screen, I wind up stepping out of the frame, so I'll start from over here. All right, so shield side, sword side, sword side. Remember, in any step, you want to finish in a fighting stance. So, how can a compass, what blow can we do with a compass step to the sword side and to the shield side? Well, it's kind of obvious that when you're going to the shield, to your shield side, that you're opening up the back of his head. So, also you're pushing off with the back leg, which again, you can use to pivot the front of your leading hip towards your opponent. Boom, thereby making your pizza slice of doom pass through your opponent, and boom, hit him in the back of the head. Ready? So, we're here, cock it, step, boom. Now, let's try to put this, let me try that a few times and find the right pace. All right, 1, 2. And 2. Bang. 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 Okay, looks like the magic pivot happens after the front foot, the lead foot comes down. So, though you're starting with the back, when you're swinging that back foot around, boom, is when you're close from your hand, so that your ideal target, as your pizza slice of doom moves, where the target point of your swing is actually gonna move. See, the target point to my swing here, the target point to my swing when I'm facing this way is here. So when I do this, it's here, and when I do this, it's here. So since the target point of your swing is moving, that's because your body's moving. So you add the movement of your body to the movement of the sword winds up moving faster, it hits harder, and the guy doesn't always know where it's going to end up. So, compass step to the shield side with the number 2 blow. Boom. And recover. All right? Boom. Now, it turns out that compass step did take us 90 degrees. That's fine. Go with it. And boom. This is, by the way, a particularly good bread and butter shot for fighting someone of the opposite hand. If you're righty, it's when you're fighting a lefty. If when you're a lefty, it's when you're fighting a righty, because their shield's up there, and this part of their head is frequently not covered unless they're the kind of fighter who fights like this, all right? Or fights like this with their shield, because I can't do that with my shoulder yet. So, oh man, I got cedar bites all over my legs. So, let's do that. And 1, okay? And 1, and 1, or I should say 2, and 2, and 2. Add the recovery. And 2. And 2, 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 and Let's see what we can do when we compass step. Can we do a number one when we compass step that way? Let me just find out here. One. Yes, we can. I'm going to do a compass step to 90 degrees, and I'm going to hit him in the face. Bam. Notice there, the only body I used for force was the hand. With regards, I didn't use my hip or my shoulder or anything. I just used my hand. Watch this. My hand's already here. Boom. I'm assuming the guy's close enough that I can do this. I mean, because I'm only doing a compass step, so I'm not moving, blah, 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 etc. Reasons. Too much talk. Boom. All right. Boom. Turns out that when doing this compass step, by pulling your shoulder back, you are giving yourself more room to build more force. Watch. Boom. Okay, that was too low. Keep the hand up because you want to hit him in the face. There you go. Boom. Maybe he's got a stance that leaves himself open for a blow that'll cross his face. Boom. So maybe take it back a step so that you can get him with the sweet spot of the sword. He might be close enough to smell your breakfast. Boom. So now you've stepped away so you can hit him with the sweet spot. He's right here, right? He's right here. You're right up to him. Take a step to the side. Boom. And now his face is right here, okay? So his face is here. Take a step to the side. Boom. Okay, see how that works? His face is here. Take a step to the side. Boom. See how that works? His face is here. Take a step to the side. Boom. And recover. All right? Ah. Mosquito bites. Ah. And boom. Okay, and boom. I gotta get some bug repellent if I'm gonna be doing these fighter practices in shorts. And boom. All right, and boom. Okay, from here on out, I'm doing fighter practices in linen pants. All right, and boom. And boom. One more time, and boom. Okay. Take a break, get some water. Last of my water here. Amy, welcome to the party. Hard to type with a strap shield. Oh, ha ha ha, got it. Oh, it's really 8:18. It's later than I thought. Okay. Well, you can see the sunset back there, so it's kind of dark. I'm sure I'm a silhouette by now, so let's just try a little bit. Let's try a little putting it together, and then we'll call it a night. What do you say? Definitely got to bring more water. Okay. So, let us say we advance, we do an advance and we throw a number one, then we do a compass step to number two, all right, and then we do a compass step back to a number one, all right, let's just do that, okay? So, advance, 2, 1. There we go. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a combination of everything we just did. So, advance, compass, compass back, and pass. All right? So, advance, excuse me, compass, compass, pass, and recover. to recover so that we're in a better defensive place. So, advance, compass, compass, pass, recover. Advance, compass, compass, advance, pass. Should we pass or should we advance? All right. We've got the advance going. We've got the compass. We've got the compass back. All right. Picking that foot back up to do a pass may be too complicated. So, advance, compass, compass, advance. Yeah, we're going to do a longer advance rather than a pass. All right? So, advance, compass, compass, advance. Now you'll notice I did not put my foot all the way down on that first compass because I was planning to come back. So, advance, compass, compass, advance, recover. Still not sure what to do at the end. All right. Advance, compass, compass, advance, recover. Okay, we're going to recover in our advanced position. Okay. And advance, compass, compass, advance. Let me see something. Maybe we don't need to compass back, all right? That's a lot of footwork, okay? Advance, compass, bash, compass. There, that makes more sense. Less busy footwork, okay? Advance, compass, stay where you are, compass back into the number 2, and then retreat. Ooh, let's see. So, advance, compass, 2, compass, and back. That's what we're going to do. Okay, good. Good, good, good. I like this. So, advance, compass 2, compass, pass back. Advance, compass, back, compass, second blow, compass, recover. All right. Advance, compass, 1, compass, recover. All right. Advance, compass, bang, compass, recover. Advance, compass, bang, compass, recover. All right, so you notice how we're able to do 2 blows in 1 step. So, 1 step, 1 step, 1 step. There you go. All right, so advance, compass, 1, 2, and back. Advance, compass, 1, 2, and back. Advance, compass, 1, 2, and back. We're doing a passing step to the rear because we want to get further away faster. And advance, compass, 1, compass, and back. Advance, compass, 1, compass, and back. Advance, compass, 1, compass, and back. Advance, ooh. Advance, compass, 1, compass, and back. Okay, I'm finding here. I'm here, all right. I'm doing my number 2, and and I haven't moved my back foot yet. I'm doing my number 1 and I have moved my back foot. Now, when my back foot moves to the sword side, boom. I'm not twisting my body all the way. Here's my pizza slice of doom. If I turn my body all the way, then my pizza slice of doom has passed. So, while I've got my foot here, I'm leaving my body squared. From here, boom, this should be a pretty strong blow. And back. Okay, so, advance, compass, bang, compass, bang, advance, compass, bang, compass, retreat, pass back, and advance, compass, back, compass, and back, and advance, bang, bang, bang. I wish I could hit something because I'm feeling how I'm shorting myself by trying to pull back because I don't have anything to hit. Oh boy, okay. Well, I got a place with a backyard. Maybe I can sink a Pell in that backyard. Okay, a few more drills, then we do a cool down, then we all go get a steak. Okay, do it at your own pace. Hey, there's a squirrel. Where's my cookie? Here, squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. All right, and okay, one thing I just noticed. If I take that full step on the number 2 in time with the number 2, then I'm out of position to maximize the second offside shot. Watch this. So I advance, I step, then I've done my number 1 here, and since I've already decided that I'm going to retreat, where'd my number 2 go? Where'd that last blow go? However, if I advance, hit the number 2 on the 1 step, hit the number 1 on the 2nd step, then I can use that compass back to the sword side to hit him back here and then come back. So let's watch that again. Advance, 1, 2, 3. when you're retreating, try not to open up on the retreat, otherwise they'll come through and just go bang, right at you. A couple more times here. A couple, 3 more times. And bang. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I threw in an extra blow there. Why not? 1, 2, 3. Don't do it that way. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Times. There. That's 1. And 2. And 1, 2, 4. Le dernier mas to mix your Latin languages. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm pooped. Now I know that if I had armor, I'd be even more pooped. But if I had armor, I'd also be taking longer rests. Hey Dion, thanks for joining us. How's those open mics going at the church, by the way? One of these days I'm going to get back to them. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. It's 8:30 now. We're calling it a night. It's a night. So, I'm gonna stay online here and do some cool downs. Feel free to do it with me. Then get yourself some results and recovery formula, you know, protein drink or something, steak, chicken, fish, something like that. Orange juice is also real good for after a workout. Pickle juice to replace your electrolytes. And I love you all. Lord Ervold the Optimistic coming at you. Okay, so if you want to cool down with me, stick around. And there goes the belly button. Stretch that out. Put your hand on the wall or something. stretch out that chest muscle. Okay, thank you everybody for joining us and rejoining us. It's been a blast. Okay, I'm never wearing shorts on a humid, hot evening again because the skeeters love me too much. Linen allows the air to flow through, but not the bugs. Fortunately, lots of medieval garb is made of linen. So, eat yourself a good meal, replace your electrolytes, add your protein, and if there's any technicalities you want to go over, this is going to be replaying on Facebook, and it'll be on YouTube soon, youtube.com/New York Knights Combat, Knights with a K, and a 1 at the end of it. New York Knights Combat is the name of the YouTube channel. I love you all. Clean up, cover up, stay physically distant, but socially active. Call your mom, call your friends, keep your spirits up. Ooh, the lighting's pretty good. This is pretty good lighting right here. Okay, I love you all. Airval the Optimistic coming at you.